Yeah, you want to start?
I'll start. Sure.
Okay.
How are we going to start this?
I don't know. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. This is our first podcast. For the That's EntertainMinutes, which is now a podcast instead of a video, because that's a lot more work. And this way we don't have to get dressed up or anything.
Although I like getting dressed up.
Well,
but
we can still dress up and then we can describe you to the listeners.
It's true.
That's fine. We can do that.
My name is Evan. I'm here with Kevin Kevbot McCune.
Yeah.
And we are here with Matt.
Hi, everybody.
Matt Tozer.
I
don't want to be the only one with the last name.
Oh, yeah. So, why are we here, Kevin?
We're here to give you some cool information about stuff that's happening in the store. Maybe we'll give you some interviews when we have like in-store events from artists or writers or whoever we have in, or even customers. We might do some contests. I know Matt has a contest going on right now.
Oh, yeah. And can I just interject that maybe in post-production we add some vocal effects to cool information.
Yeah?
Information.
That can be like a thing that we just start right now. It's a trish. That'll be our thing.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Cool
no, we're just kind of feeling this out, so we'll see what becomes of it, and I'm looking forward to it. I think you're gonna love it, and I think we're gonna love it.
I'm gonna love it.
I already love it.
Okay, coming up at the store, what do we have coming up?
We have Free Comic Book Day coming up, May 4th, which is...
That's Saturday. That's this Saturday.
This Saturday. It's going to be tons of fun. We got a bunch of artists coming in at both locations. I don't remember which artists.
Oh, well, I can tell you that.
Oh, well, good. Excellent.
Well, at our store, we're going to be having quite a few artists. The artists that we have one gentleman named Ryan Jampole, and he does the Sonic and Mega Man comic. And he is actually going to be doing the comic that's coming out that day. So you could get a copy of his Sonic and Mega Man crossover.
I hope we ordered enough.
I really hope you ordered enough. And then you can get it signed, get some sketches from Ryan. We also have Jeff Schultz, who's a Archie artist, who's been working there for quite a while. You can get your Betty and Veronica sketches. We have a few local artists coming.
Then we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yes, we
writer.
do. We have Steve Murphy, who is he says he is the longest writer of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. So he's been doing it for a while. I think he actually worked for the Archie comic as well.
Interesting.
The old TMNT adventures.
That was his shtick.
Instead of free sketches, is he going to do free story pitches to you?
He's going to read an excerpt. No, actually, he's not bad at drawing some turtle sketches. So
I thought you were
going to be
gonna
all
say,
set.
He's not going to do anything. Actually, he's just going to sit there and talk to people, which would be fine.
He can write you a couple sentences.
He'll write out the names of all the turtles.
But tell me this, Kev.
Yes.
Are all the comics in the store for free?
No, not all the comics in the store are free. We'll have a selection of comics in the red room with the artists. There's over 50 of them to choose from, and they're great for all ages. And you get to pick up to 5. Although I have been told that if people come in costume, they get an additional 2 comics just for their efforts, for being so awesome.
Not only that, but we will also be having a costume contest, like we usually do. So,
costume contest.
Not only do you get multiple comics, but you can enter our costume contest.
Sweet. Can I win? Can I come in costume?
You cannot win.
Ah, dang.
Are you working this free comic?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. It's the first time in a few years, but I mean, I'll still come in dressed up, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You never
too.
know.
Maybe I will.
You'll have to show up to find out.
Yeah. Well, we'll also. The artists are going to be here from noon to 5. Maybe some will be here a little bit earlier, some a little bit later. But I'd say noon to 5 is a good good chunk of time to show up.
Yeah.
But we'll be giving away free comics from 10 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's tons of great comics coming out. There's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. There's an Archie/Sonic one.
I think Ryan Jampol did that one.
Oh, maybe. I think he did. Mm-hmm. Quite possible. Let's see. You have your regular stuff. There's the Marvel titles. There's going to be a free comic for the new big storyline coming up after Age of Ultron, which is Infinity. There's going to be some DC books. One being Superman, which will... there's a Superman movie coming out later in the summer, so they're getting people excited for that. The trailer looks really good, by the way. Just other good stuff. Some Peanuts. They're going to be having Kaboom Comics, which does the Peanuts, and they do Adventure Time, and they do...
Is there a Bongo one this year?
Simpsons, always Bongo one. SpongeBob.
What about you, Matt? What are you looking forward to?
On Free Comic Book Day?
Yeah, have you seen any of the titles coming up? I am looking forward to the Sonic Mega Man, because they're two classic games that I grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
See, I always had a chip on my shoulder with Mega Man because I could never play that game competently at all. Even as a child, when I was just naturally better at these video games, I could kick butt at Sonic, Mario. Mega Man just always stumped me, and so to this day, I resent Mega Man.
It was pretty.
The best part of Mega Man
tough.
is when you just picked a level at random, and then it was like, oh, you picked the hardest level, so you start playing it, and then you have to have these special weapons in order to beat the bosses, and
it's one of those classic games where they don't give you any information beforehand. They're just like, you're Mega Man, and go, and you don't learn. I didn't know how to do anything for the longest time, and I too am horrible at those games. But
so what am I pressing? Select now? I got to press select and then B. What is it? A?
Yeah, not too sure. But the comics have been really good. There's been a whole big crossover between Sonic and Mega Man, which is it's a Nintendo game and a Sega game, so it's quite the unexpected crossover, but still nonetheless been pretty good recently.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm looking forward to the Turtles. I feel like that's been coming back bit by bit for years, and now it seems to have kind of taken on a new life of its own here in the 21st century. That was near and dear to me my whole childhood.
it is strange to see. Well, we're old, but still, just all these. Like, what issue is Sonic up to? Like 200 something,
240 something.
Who'd guess?
It's up there.
So that's Free Comic Book Day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We definitely recommend that you come. What else do we have going on?
We have a new Magic set coming out, which I know nothing about.
I can tell you about that because I know all about Magic.
Awesome.
We have a new set called Dragon's Maze coming out this Friday. You'll be able to buy boxes, packs, singles. The packs are usual $3.99 or 3 for $11, or you can buy a box. The box is going to be on sale for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're going to be $99 a piece, but if you get 2 or more boxes, they're going to be $89.99 a piece.
That's the May 3rd through the 5th.
Yeah,
cool.
Yep. We had the pre-release for it and had over 30 people for both days, and it was a lot of fun. And I guess Fitchburg had a lot of people up at there. Yeah,
cool.
In case anybody doesn't know, Fitchburg is holding tournaments as well. So if you're closer to them, feel free to stop in and play in any of their tournaments. But yeah, that set will be out Friday, and looking forward to it. It's going to be a good set.
Yeah. How would you say it compares to the previous sets? This is gonna close off the latest block.
This is the last set of the block, so it's going to be the end of Return to Ravnica.
The end of the maze.
Before we go to next one, I believe is going to be Magic 2014, and then we'll be having Game Day in a couple weeks as well. We will not be having a release tournament this weekend, though. We usually have release tournaments when sets come out, but with Free Comic Book Day this weekend, we will not have any room.
They would sit on the same day.
Yep. So unfortunately, no release, but we'll no release tournament, that is. But we'll have the product for sale and lots of buy a box promos for the first people that come come and buy boxes. So.
That's pretty sweet. Have you gotten a look at a lot of the cards yet? I mean, there's a lot out there.
Yeah,
now.
they've released the whole set. It's going to be a good one. They're reprinting a lot of the shock lands, which are valuable lands that were in the previous 2 sets, and they're making some nice new planeswalkers, some pretty powerful mythics.
Cool.
Sweet dragons.
Are there dragons? There might not be dragons in the set.
That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe the dragons are all caught in the maze, and the idea is that we're getting the dragons out.
They're not minotaurs. What are we? Although there are minotaurs in this set, so
that makes sense.
Well, maybe it's a maze made out of the dragons, and when you get out of the maze, you realize all along you've just been winding your way through coiled up.
I'm sure you're right. And
Possibly.
in a couple weeks, we have our Godzilla Fest creature double feature. So we're going to be
become a festival now.
It's going to be
Godzilla Fest.
It used to be Godzilla Attacks Worcester 1 and 2,
Yeah.
but it's in Millbury. So I don't know. I might change up the name. If anybody has any good name for us to change our Godzilla creature double feature, send us an email. We're going to talk about. I think we're going to talk about that more in the upcoming weeks.
Cool.
Maybe on our next podcast we'll devote it to all things Godzilla, or because we're going to be giving away free tickets to that soon.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And we want you to come.
Right. What was the date again on that?
May 20th.
Yes. Thank you.
May 20th.
It is Monday, May 20th at 6 p.m. at the Elm Draft House.
Yes.
Which is in Millbury, and you can meet us all there.
Hopefully I can.
One thing with this podcast I'm looking forward to is doing trivia contests, or just having something that people can submit ideas to. But did you know, Kevin, I hope you do, because you've worked here for years, that we have trivia on the newsletter.
Sure do.
We do have an e-newsletter that I hope you're signed up for.
You should be. If you're not, then
no, I'm talking to you.
Me.
You, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. No, I am.
Okay.
So, have been for a long time. I thought you were talking to the listener, saying, "Yeah, they definitely should." That makes sense. But no,
I agree.
I am. Yes.
Okay. Good. So there's trivia. There's comic reviews. There's reviews from Dave LeBlanc, and he has trivia questions every week where you can win store credit. There's Alan Gordon. He has comic reviews and also has trivia. Our Fitchburg store is a part of our newsletter now.
Yeah, they have a sweet trivia contest where they have an iPod playlist, and you have to guess what fictitious character it's from, or just
which
what
superhero, which pop culture.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They'll have like,
and you can
also it'll be like Whip It, Cat Scratch Fever, and you'll be like, oh, Catwoman.
Yeah. You should. Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah,
you're good.
Right off the top of my head.
But not only that, we just started doing another thing with. Actually, Matt, I'm going to let you talk about this because
you started it.
You're the grand poobah of this.
All right, so I'm Matt. As I introduced myself earlier in the podcast, and I pretty much have been tending to our back issue collection. I had this idea that I really would love to encourage people to really dig through it, because usually people will come in with their list of what they collect, the gaps they got to fill, and they'll go through. And I really, it's a beautiful place to browse, and it's just so full of wonderful things, and sometimes wonderful in the traditional sense of gorgeous artwork. And stories and all this stuff, and then sometimes it's just so silly that it's beautiful in its own terrible way.
Kind of like Ed Wood movies.
Exactly like Ed Wood movies. So a couple of weeks ago, I put up on our Facebook page, which you also all